Hello football fans, welcome to United Home. Here you'll get breaking transfer news, match updates, and exclusive inside training content. Show your support by liking the video, commenting your thoughts, sharing with other fans, and subscribing to join the United Home family. Manchester United's exciting team for FA Youth Cup glory: JJ Gabriel, Chido Obi, and Kai Rooney. Man UTD's youngsters are through to the quarter-finals of the FA Youth Cup after beating Oxford United earlier this week. Manchester United are looking to extend their rich history in the FA Youth Cup this season. United have won the competition more than any other club, and Darren Fletcher is hopeful of clinching the trophy again. Fletcher returned to manage the under-18s after serving as first-team caretaker for 2 matches. The Scot was offered the chance to be part of Michael Carrick's backroom staff, but he decided to return to his coaching role in the academy, in which he has plenty of young talent at his disposal. The U18s were knocked out of the Youth Cup semi-finals by eventual winners Aston Villa last season. They have the talent to take it one step further, so here are 5 players spearheading their campaign. Chido Obi dropped down to U18 level for the first time in 11 months when he started against Derby County in the FA Youth Cup last month. The Youth Cup is for players who are under the age of 18 on August 31st of the current campaign. Obi celebrated his 18th birthday in November, making him eligible. Obi started for the U18s again in their Youth Cup win against Oxford on Wednesday, but he did not play for the U18s in their run-of-the-mill league fixture against Wolves this weekend. The Youth Cup is the pinnacle of youth football, and playing Obi in the competition is a statement of intent from United. The youngster has scored 2 goals in 2 games so far. Jim Thwaites has a name befitting of an English player in the 1950s, but he would be regarded as an extraterrestrial if he played in that decade due to his incredible ball-striking technique. Thwaites has already built a reputation as a dead ball specialist. He has scored several excellent free kicks during his time in the academy, and added another to his highlight reel in the U18 Manchester derby last week. The 18-year-old was absent in December and January due to injury, and was a big miss in the early rounds of the Youth Cup. However, Thwaites is firing again and will be key in the competition. JJ Gabriel is just 15 years old, but he doesn't need any introduction. The supremely talented teenager is playing well above his age group and making light work of tearing apart United's opponents. Gabriel has scored 16 goals in 20 academy games this season and has already trained with the first team on a handful of occasions. The youngster was close to leaving United in the summer, but Jason Wilcox and Omar Barada were involved in an 11th-hour meeting to keep him at the club. Each of the United Youth Cup winning teams has had a poster boy. Gabriel is this generation's star man. MUTV subscriptions are probably selling like hotcakes just so fans can watch him. Godwill Kukonki has plenty of experience playing with the U21s, and he is another who has dropped into the Youth Cup in a clear signal of intent. The defender has played at left-back and centre-back so far in the academy, but his long-term future is expected to lie in central defence. Kukonki's presence is huge at the back, and he will help to provide a solid defensive foundation in the competition. The 18-year-old is also excellent at playing out with the ball at his feet. There have been early comparisons made between the exciting Kukonki and Manchester City defender Josko Gvardiol, and he is a rare option because he is a left-footed defender. If Kai Rooney isn't involved much in the Youth Cup for the remainder of this season, the silver lining is that he will still be eligible for the competition for another 2 campaigns. The 16-year-old made his debut in the competition against Derby at Old Trafford, but was not included in the squad to face Oxford. Fletcher can call upon players who have plenty of U21 experience in the competition, so Rooney did well to make his debut in the Youth Cup just a month after turning 16. Rooney is left-footed and drifts in from the right wing after his position switch, and he's been able to craft his finishing technique under the guidance of one of the best strikers the game has ever seen. Manchester United confirmed travelling squad members versus West Ham as teenager included again. Man Ut face West Ham in the Premier League on Tuesday, as Michael Carrick looks to make it 5 wins in a row since being appointed head coach until the end of the season. Teenager Tyler Fletcher is in the Manchester United squad for the trip to West Ham on Tuesday, after coming off the bench to make his debut in the win against Tottenham at the weekend. United took the train from Stockport to London on Monday afternoon, ahead of the fixture at the London Stadium tomorrow night, when Carrick will be looking to continue his perfect start to life as the club's latest head coach. Saturday's 2-0 win against Tottenham was a fourth successive win for United under Carrick and Fletcher, 18, followed in the footsteps of twin brother Jack by making his first team debut this season, coming off the bench in the 89th minute. Carrick had already ruled Mason Mount and Matthijs de Ligt out of the trip to the capital, although Mount is expected back when United face Everton in 2 weeks. Patrick Dorgu is out for a couple of months with a hamstring injury. Photographers snapped 20 players boarding the train, and the only member of the squad from Saturday who wasn't seen was Lenny Yoro, although that doesn't necessarily mean he won't be involved. 3 of the 20 were goalkeepers, and with Tom Heaton likely to drop out of the matchday squad, it would still leave United 1 player short of naming 9 substitutes. United will face a West Ham team who have just started to find some form. Although they remain in the relegation zone, they have won 3 of their last 4 Premier League games and will present a different kind of test for Carrick, who is looking to continue a perfect start since being appointed head coach until the end of the season. "I think you've got to go into the game understanding the situation of both teams," he said. "We've tried to paint that picture to the players in every game we've played so far, and it'll be the same come Tuesday night. The type of game, the feel of the game, what kind of skills we're going to have to try and draw on. Different games throw up different things. Teams towards the bottom of the league are really fighting for things, but so are we, and we've got a lot to fight for, so you'd like to think that balances out in some ways, and it's who can come out on top at the end of it." Confirmed travelling squad members: Sene Lammens, Altay Bayindir, Tom Heaton, Diogo Dalot, Nusir Mazraoui, Harry Maguire, Lisandro Martinez, Aidan Heaven, Luke Shaw, Tyrell Malacia, Casemiro, Manuel Ugarte, Kobbie Mainoo, Tyler Fletcher, Bruno Fernandes, Mateus Cunha, Amad, Joshua Zirkzee, Brian Mbeumo, Benjamin Sesko. Manchester United already know Sandro Tonali transfer stance as Newcastle problem. Clear Newcastle United midfielder. Sandro Tonali has emerged as one of Manchester United's midfield transfer targets, and the chances of signing him could drastically improve. Sandro Tonali is considering leaving Newcastle United this summer to play Champions League football next season. The midfielder has been linked with Manchester United in recent days as the club plans to bolster its midfield. United are understood to be prioritising a new central midfielder for the 2026/27 season after opting not to invest in the previous 2 windows. Elliot Anderson, Carlos Baleba and Adam Wharton have all been linked, but Tonali is the latest name on their radar. The Telegraph has reported that the 25-year-old is expected to be at the heart of a transfer saga in the summer. United are already confirmed to lose 1 midfielder when Casemiro departs and are expected to spend big on his replacement. Newcastle paid £55 million for Tonali in 2023, and with the likes of Enzo Fernandez,